Welcome to the Word for 2022. Today we're in 2 Kings chapter 2. Elijah has been given a partner. His name is Elisha. That took place in 1 Kings chapter 19. Elisha was Elijah's apprentice. Now during this devotional, I'm going to be overemphasizing their names because it can get confusing. They are very similar in English. Elisha helped Elijah. He was the one that served him, and he was there to learn from him. He was an encouragement to him. But the word had come that the Lord was going to be taking Elijah home. 3 different times, Elijah tries to discourage Elisha. He gives him an opportunity to turn aside, to stop following. But Elisha, he refuses, and he reaffirms his commitment to stay with Elijah. Now, why was Elijah doing this? Because Elijah knew that ministry is hard, and it is lonely. There's a lot of opposition. Ministry can be very discouraging. So, what keeps you going? It's God's call and the commitment that you have to following God's call. That's what keeps you in ministry. And here, 3 different times, Elisha tries to discourage Elisha. But after the 3rd attempt of Elijah trying to discourage Elisha, Elijah asks, "Tell me what I can do for you before I am taken from you." And Elisha says, "Let me have a double portion of your spirit." Now that sounds like a great, bold request. Well, it's very much like the kind of blessing that a father would give a son, the firstborn son. The firstborn son would get a double portion of the inheritance. That means that with that double portion, that firstborn would receive authority, responsibility, and the father's blessing. In verse 10, Elijah responds to the request by saying, "You have asked a difficult thing, yet if you see me when I am taken from you, it will be yours." Receiving authority, responsibility, and blessing, it's no small matter, is what Elijah was saying. It is not a small exchange. It's very much like when you go to the bank. If you go to the drive-up window, that's usually for small transactions or withdrawals. But if you're going to take out a loan or you're going to close an account or open an account, there you go inside. You make an appointment with a loan officer or a bank officer. While you're there, you sign papers. You have to give documentation. You spend time talking with them because this major transaction, it takes effort. That is what Elijah is saying to Elisha. If you are still here, if you haven't quit or turned back, if you're willing to pay the price, do whatever it takes, then the promotion will be yours. Following this exchange, then a fiery chariot comes down and takes Elijah up into the sky. Now, this is not the last time that we see Elijah. We'll see him again on the Mountain of Transfiguration. Jesus will be talking with both Moses and with Elijah. And then I believe we'll see him again in the book of Revelation. I believe that Moses and Elijah are the 2 witnesses. Why? Because the miracles that they do are very similar to what Moses did and what Elijah did. Well, going back to our chapter, if we want to have something spiritual take place in our life, we need to do the same thing that Elisha was telling Elisha. If you don't quit, if you're willing to pay the price, if you're willing to do whatever it takes, if you are willing to seek God with all of your heart and stay committed, then spiritual blessings will be yours. Thank you for joining the Word for 2022.